The story begins by introducing Wang Ling, an extraordinary young cultivator whose power is beyond human imagination. Even as a baby, he possessed abilities capable of shaking the balance of the entire world. While other children were learning to walk and speak, Wang Ling was already defeating powerful spiritual creatures without understanding how incredible his strength truly was. His parents quickly realized that their son was unlike anyone else. Fearing that his overwhelming power could attract dangerous enemies or cause unimaginable destruction, they searched for every possible way to keep his abilities under control. Eventually, they placed a magical seal upon him, allowing him to live what appeared to be an ordinary life despite hiding limitless power beneath the surface. As Wang Ling grew older, he developed a calm, emotionless personality because he had spent his entire childhood suppressing not only his strength, but also many of his emotions. His greatest wish was surprisingly simple. Instead of becoming a famous hero or ruling the cultivation world, he only wanted a peaceful and normal life where nobody would notice him. However, fate had very different plans. When the time came to enter high school, Wang Ling enrolled in a prestigious cultivation academy where gifted students trained to improve their spiritual abilities. On his first day, he immediately attracted attention despite trying to remain invisible. His classmates admired his quiet confidence, while others misunderstood his silence as arrogance. Among the new students was Sun Rong, an exceptionally talented girl from one of the most respected cultivation families. She quickly became curious about Wang Ling after noticing that he never reacted to situations that made everyone else nervous. Although Wang Ling avoided making friends, his mysterious behavior only increased everyone's interest in him. Throughout the first days of school, various competitions and practical lessons tested the students' cultivation skills. While others struggled to impress their teachers, Wang Ling intentionally performed at the lowest possible level to prevent anyone from discovering his true abilities. Unfortunately, hiding immense power was much harder than using it. Whenever unexpected danger appeared, Wang Ling secretly resolved the crisis before anyone realized what had happened. Powerful monsters disappeared in seconds. Magical disasters ended without explanation, and impossible situations somehow solved themselves. His classmates believed these events were miracles or lucky coincidences, never suspecting that the quiet boy sitting beside them was responsible. At the same time, hidden organizations and experienced cultivators began sensing unusual spiritual fluctuations surrounding the academy. They suspected that an unbelievably powerful individual was living among the students, although nobody could identify who it was. Wang Ling continued pretending to be average, while silently protecting everyone around him from threats they never even noticed. Every passing day made maintaining his secret increasingly difficult as stronger enemies appeared and more people became interested in uncovering the truth. Despite possessing enough power to dominate the cultivation world, Wang Ling still dreamed of enjoying ordinary school life, eating his favorite crispy snacks, finishing homework peacefully, and avoiding unnecessary attention. Yet destiny continued, pulling him toward extraordinary adventures, proving that someone with limitless power could never completely escape an extraordinary fate. As life at the Cultivation Academy continued, Wang Ling discovered that remaining unnoticed was becoming almost impossible. Every lesson introduced stronger opponents, more dangerous challenges, and unexpected situations that forced him to carefully balance his hidden strength with his desire for an ordinary school life. While his classmates trained tirelessly to improve their spiritual techniques, Wang Ling deliberately limited every movement, making sure that even his smallest actions appeared average. Yet despite his caution, strange events seemed to follow him everywhere. Whenever powerful spiritual beasts threatened the campus or mysterious enemies appeared from the shadows, the danger vanished before anyone could fully understand what had happened. Teachers praised the students for surviving impossible situations, never realizing that an unseen protector had quietly prevented disaster. Meanwhile, Sun Rong continued paying close attention to Wang Ling. She noticed that he remained perfectly calm even when experienced cultivators lost their composure. His expression rarely changed, but she sensed that his silence concealed something extraordinary. Instead of fearing his mysterious personality, she became increasingly curious, hoping to understand the quiet boy who never sought attention or recognition. Wang Ling, however, preferred to keep everyone at a distance. He believed that forming close relationships would only increase the risk of exposing his secret and placing innocent people in danger. Outside the academy, rumors about an incredibly powerful cultivator spread throughout the spiritual world. Various organizations, spread throughout the spiritual world. Various organizations, ambitious cultivators, and hidden enemies began investigating unusual energy disturbances connected to the school. Some believed an ancient master had returned, while others suspected the existence of a legendary warrior whose strength surpassed imagination. None of them considered that the source of these unbelievable events was simply a quiet high school student trying to enjoy a peaceful education. As investigations intensified, the academy hosted several competitions designed to test the students' abilities. These events attracted respected cultivators from across the region, making Wang Ling's situation even more complicated. During every challenge, he carefully calculated how much strength he could reveal without raising suspicion. Sometimes he intentionally lost small contests or allowed others to take the spotlight, believing that an average reputation was the safest protection. However, when unexpected threats endangered innocent students, he never hesitated to intervene in secret. His invisible actions saved countless lives while preserving the illusion that everything had happened naturally. The contrast between Wang Ling's limitless power and his simple personal desires became even more apparent. While others dreamed of fame, glory, and becoming legendary heroes, he cared more about finishing classes quietly, enjoying peaceful afternoons, and avoiding unnecessary excitement. Unfortunately, destiny refused to grant him such a normal existence. Every solved crisis attracted greater attention. Every hidden victory inspired new investigations, and every passing day brought stronger enemies closer to discovering the truth. Without realizing it, Wang Ling had become the silent guardian of everyone around him. His greatest battles were fought without applause. His greatest victories remained unknown, and his greatest sacrifice was pretending to be ordinary despite possessing power capable of changing the entire cultivation world forever. As the school term progressed, the peaceful routine that Wang Ling had worked so hard to protect began to disappear completely. The strange incidents surrounding the academy became more frequent, and the enemies searching for the mysterious source of unimaginable spiritual power grew bolder with every passing day. Although Wang Ling still appeared to be nothing more than a quiet and ordinary student, he constantly watched over his classmates from the shadows. His greatest challenge was no longer defeating powerful opponents, but doing so without allowing anyone to discover who he truly was. Every battle required perfect control, because even the smallest mistake could reveal the incredible strength he had hidden since childhood. At the same time, the friendships developing around him slowly began to change his perspective. For most of his life, Wang Ling believed that keeping his distance from others was the only way to protect them. However, spending time with his classmates showed him that trust and companionship could become sources of strength rather than weakness. Even though he rarely expressed his emotions openly, the people around him gradually became an important part of his quiet world. Their determination, courage, and loyalty reminded him that true power was not measured only by spiritual energy, but also by the willingness to stand beside others during difficult moments. The threats facing the academy eventually escalated into a crisis that endangered far more than a single classroom. Powerful enemies, driven by ambition and curiosity, searched relentlessly for the unknown cultivator capable of performing impossible feats. As chaos spread, teachers and students united to defend one another, each contributing whatever strength they possessed. Wang Ling continued protecting everyone from behind the scenes, quietly preventing disasters before they could become irreversible. Whenever hope seemed lost, unexpected miracles appeared, leaving survivors grateful without ever knowing who had saved them. Despite his overwhelming abilities, Wang Ling never sought recognition for his actions. He understood that fame would only create greater conflict and attract even stronger opponents. Remaining unnoticed was still the safest path for both himself and the people he cared about. This quiet humility became one of his greatest strengths, proving that genuine heroes do not always stand in the spotlight. Sometimes the greatest protector is the person nobody notices until the danger has already passed. By the end of the season, many mysteries remained unresolved, and countless questions about Wang Ling's extraordinary power continued to linger. His classmates recognized that he was unusual, yet few could imagine the true extent of his abilities. The spiritual world also remained unaware that the individual they had searched for so desperately was living the life of an ordinary student, attending classes, completing assignments, and hoping for peaceful days that never seemed to last. The first season ultimately tells the story of a young man blessed with limitless power but burdened by the responsibility that comes with it. Rather than chasing glory, Wang Ling chooses humility, self-control, and quiet sacrifice. His journey demonstrates that the strongest person is not always the one who seeks victory, but the one who protects others while asking for nothing in return, setting the stage for even greater adventures in the future.